For all you people out there who don't watch EastEnders and you only watch it at Christmas, listen up, because I'm about to take you through the storylines of EastEnders of 2023. Some of them, not all of them, there are probably some I've missed, but let's get into it. Lily Slater finds out she's pregnant. The dad is Ricky's, and Ricky is Jack's son and Sam Mitchell's son. She gives birth in September and she names the baby Charlie XCX after the singer. Tommy and Kat are kidnapped. They're kidnapped by Keeble. I can't remember why, it was something to do with Phil. We had Amy's self-harm storyline. Zach is diagnosed with HIV. Emma Harding arrives on the square, which is Lola's mum. Jay and Lola get married. Earlier on this year as well, Ben also had an eating disorder. Whitney is pregnant and her baby gets diagnosed with Edward syndrome, which then sadly later on she does in fact lose the baby. Ryan, who is Lily's dad, makes a brief appearance and then he vanishes again. He's not come back. Denise and Ravi have an affair. But then we also do see some people leave as well this year, which was Ash, she took a new job in Canada, and Vi, she also left as well. Jo Cotton arrives, she's evil. She's Rocky's ex-wife, well, still married. Rocky and Kathy get married, but because they're still married, her and Rocky, she makes them give him 50 grand so she'll sign the divorce papers with Rocky so they can get married. So that leads to Kathy and Rocky being in financial situations. Reese, we find out that he has a secret wife who is very ill. This storyline is still going on, but he's stealing money from her account to pay for his and Sonia's IVF treatment. Kim and Denzel are in a car crash, and that leads to Kim having some mental health issues. Stacey starts on OnlyFans. Stacey also has a stalker on her hand as well, which is Theo, and he has been stalking her, and he has also been her secret webcam, because she's been doing webcam with somebody. She didn't know who it was, and it gets found out, but it was Theo who was tutoring Lily Slater. He breaks into the house, tries to R-word her. Freddie comes in, bangs him over the head with an iron. Freddie is taken to the police station, and then Freddie leaves at Walford. And then Theo goes to prison, but then he gets released because he's now in Scotland. But he does plead guilty, and think until the actual sentencing, he does plead guilty to all that happened. We had the whole shenanigans with Cindy being returned from the dead. And she's with Ian. These two are now starting a business called Eels Beals. Was it Beals Eels? I don't know what it's called. But it's an eel pie. That's what they're called. She's the ex-wife of George, and also the mum of Peter, Lucy, Stephen, Anna, and Gina. But she was meant to have died ages ago, but she makes a massive recovery and she returns to the show. She was living away because she was in witness protection. George, Anna, and Gina, they are welcome to the show. And he's with Elaine, who also returns, which is Linda's mum. You keeping up? You keeping up? George also gets engaged to Elaine. She kisses Bobby. Pete finds out these two are his sisters. Cindy returns, then kisses George. Because this was after Cindy went into witness protection. She then moved, was it Malibu or something like, not Malibu, what was it? I can't remember where it was. Magaluf, I think it was, I don't know. But yeah, she meets George, then she walks out on everybody. Obviously, she's then returned this year. This evil, horrible man makes a return. If you didn't know, he R-word Linda. Then he makes her tell everybody that it didn't happen. Well, he gets from recording and he plays it in the Vic. But also as well, George knocks him out, pushes him down the stairs, backhands him down the stairs. He ends up in hospital and then says, if you don't want George to go to prison, then you better tell everybody that it didn't happen. But he's the business partner of the Beals Eels, and his kid Jade also returns, and she's also very unwell as well. Rocky has a gambling addiction. These two have been kicked out the house and they have to go move in with Sonia and Reese. Then go rent a house off Nish, but Rocky's gambling so he don't have any money so he can't pay him. Nish lends him a loan. Then Rocky thinks, oh, we can get insurance claim, and he sets fire to the cafe, and Pete is inside, Bobby's inside. Peter ends up in hospital, but he's okay now. Bobby's okay. And then recently Kathy just found out that Rocky set fire to the cafe and she's kicked him out. She don't want anything to do with him. He's an arsonist. But like, he's still walking around Walford. You know, he's not been sent to jail for this. We had the very, very emotional episode of Lola passing away from a brain tumour. It was a very sad episode. And then we had Lola's funeral. This was also very sad as well. We've also been having as well video messages from Lola that she has left her friends and family. So she does make a brief appearance on the screens sometimes. Patrick returned, and then later on, Yolanda returned as well. But they've not really been doing much, okay? These two, I think they're together. And now Yolanda is starting a choir with Elaine in the Vic for Christmas. Ravi found out he had a daughter when Nugget went missing. So Nugget went missing. He ran away to his mum's house, which is Priya. Navani is Ravi's kid. But he didn't know he had a kid, but these two arrived on the square. She also kissed Nish. And I was really glad for Suki because she's like, oh my God, you're going to have him. And she doesn't want him anyway. We're going to dive into the whole Nish and Suki storyline in a second. We had Eve and Suki. These two have been on and off for ages now. But this year, Nish, he's a massive arsehole. Suki's been trying to leave him. And she's also been having an affair with Eve. And then Nish finds out about this affair and then tells Ravi to kill Eve. Ravi does not kill Eve and she runs away. Ravi tells her to go. So at the moment, there's Eve's missing posters up around the square and Stacey and Suki are also trying to find out where Eve is. Ravi tries to get with Chelsea, who is Denise's kid. And then Denise found out that Ravi killed, I think he kills the man who he thought was his dad because he tries to R-word Suki. He, gets rid of the body and everything. But Denise finds out, Suki finds out, she barges in, and then Denise leaves for a little bit, but she's now returned. But on the arrival, when she's returned, Stacey kisses Jack while she has sex with him. Denise has found Stacey's bracelet or necklace in the house. And in today's episode, she saw Jack give Stacey the necklace. So she knows. Now we're about to get in with whole shenanigans with Karen Taylor. So she's recently just left the show because she was not happy about Sharon and Keanu getting together. So Keanu fakes an abduction of Sharon and Keanu's kid, Albie. I think it was 2 nights he was missing. Then basically send a ransom note saying they want 50 grand to have Albie returned. Karen takes the money, hides it in her house. Albie's obviously brought back to the square. Then he has to go in for some checkups with the doctor. Then they later find out that Albie isn't actually Keanu's son. It possibly is Phil's kid. Then Phil finds out about the whole kidnapping situation and it was Karen who actually did it, goes into the Vic, calls her out about it. So then everybody finds out that Karen was the reason that Albie was kidnapped, even though it was Keanu as well. But Karen does not say anything about Keanu being involved at all. She takes 50 grand and she runs off to Spain with Mitch and the 3 kids. That's Mitch and Karen has also left Eastenders this year as well. Lauren makes a brief return with her son Louis. Jay is also involved in a car crash after he had ketamine with this girl called, I forgot her name, but she looked like Lola. And he was paying her to go sleep in the bed with her. Not having sex, just sleep in the same bed. And she was supplying drugs for Jay. He gets into a car crash, ends up in hospital. Sam Mitchell also makes a return. He's in some trouble with some drug dealers. She stole their drug money. Or she stole the drugs. I can't remember which one it was. Then Phil pays off the drug people because she's helped Phil find out that it was Karen who abducted Albie. Well, faked the kidnapping. She's now working in Peggy's. And that was the majority of the storylines that happened in EastEnders 2023. I'm so sorry if I've missed any, but that's basically a roundup of what's happened this year.